You're listening to the Evil Metal Gamers podcast.
God, you suck. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Evil Metal Gamers.
Yes, I got him to do it.
God, you suck. You suck at the intro.
Yep. I wanted you to do it.
I can't wait. I cannot wait until everyone's like, oh my God, Frank's so much better than Jose at the intro.
I hope they say it. Oh my God, you could do it every time.
And then I won't do it every time.
Welcome to another episode of Evil Metal Gamers podcast.
Last one for 2017.
The last one. Yep, that's right. The last one. So this is the last week where you're going to hear your weekly news.
All week, every week.
On all your geek news of 2017.
Great year.
Great year. My name is Jose Roldan.
My name is Frank Berna.
And we are the Evil Metal Gamers podcast. Okay.
So let's start off kind of year in review kind of thing. 2017 was great. It was phenomenal for games. We needed a year like this.
Did we?
We did. We haven't had a year like this in a long time.
2016 was...
No, 2016 was dog shit.
What the fuck did 2016 have?
They didn't have anything.
They had something.
Uncharted 4.
What one? Overwatch came out in 2016. What's wrong with you?
You mean Cancer came out?
Overwatch.
God, that game sucks so much.
No, it doesn't.
And the fans suck. Sitting there watching their creator.
What does that tell you? What does that tell you?
That shows that they have no taste in anything.
I wrote that in a text to you. If it was Hideo Kojima jacking off, you would stay there watching.
No.
Donating money.
No.
Donating money for that shit. Oh, that's great.
No. Sorry.
Yes, you would. Bullshit. Hideo Kojima sits there in front of a fireplace. You sit there just in case something happens.
No.
Yes, you would.
No. He's calculated. He wouldn't do something that ridiculous. Like that stupid ass Overwatch game.
What is it, Jeff Kaplan?
I don't know. He's an idiot. So anyways, 2017, we had a bunch of really, really good games. Nintendo came out and showed me that they're still a force to be reckoned with.
Apparently, it's the gadget of the year.
I wouldn't deny it.
I think CNET or some shit. He did deserve it.
Well deserved.
Everybody thought they couldn't do it.
They did it, and they did it in great fashion. I'm impressed. I'm greatly impressed with what they did.
They put L.A. Noire in there too.
For me to say that, and you know how I am, being the hardcore rated M for mature gamer that I am, the fact that they got me impressed, that's saying something.
Yep.
But it was a great year. Ton of good games. Started the year off strong, and in that, it went through all the way up until the end. Right around November, it started to suck with how bad Battlefront was, with how bad EA was doing, and then there was just a lull. You know, the Call of Duty came out, wasn't good.
Yeah.
What else came out that was supposed to be good? That wasn't good.
It's a bunch of stuff.
Shadow of War let us down.
Shadow of War? Yeah, that was a disappointment. I thought everybody made a big deal about that one.
It was supposed to be great, but it wasn't.
I feel like there's something else we're missing.
Assassin's Creed wasn't great.
No, Assassin's Creed was good. What are you talking about?
It wasn't great.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't a letdown.
No, it was a letdown. 2 years.
That bullshit
that was
a letdown.
That was a letdown.
It was not a letdown.
If you had to wait 2 years for that pile of garbage.
It's not a pile of garbage, though.
It is.
To you.
Did you get that? Did you get my text about that Chocobo camel? Was that? What the fuck was that?
Give it to Square Enix. I don't know. They said, no, you can't ride a Chocobo. You can ride a Chocobo camel. Probably. I don't know.
That's some bullshit.
They should put that shit on the Camel cigarettes. Watch people start smoking. And they saw that fucking thing. They're like, holy shit, I need to start smoking.
So, yeah.
There was I actually read an article today saying that they recently started playing your favorite game of all time or whatever from last year. That fucking, what's the name of that fucking robot game?
What game?
That stupid fucking Android fucking.
Oh, Titanfall.
Titanfall, saying, I just recently started playing Titanfall and now it's a masterpiece.
It is. It's a great game.
It's not a masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece.
I don't think so.
Did you play it?
Of course I played it. It's not a masterpiece.
No, you haven't played it.
Yes, I have. I even passed the story and everything. It's not a masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece.
It's not a masterpiece. If it was a masterpiece, it would have been nominated for something. It was nominated for zero, nothing, nada.
Right.
Sip, nothing.
Why?
Because it was a big letdown.
No, it wasn't. Get the fuck out of
here.
here.
It was. Nobody bought that shit. Nobody bought it.
No shit. You know why nobody bought it? We go back to this conversation. We go back to it.
It doesn't
over
matter.
and over.
That makes it a letdown.
No, that doesn't make it a letdown. Just because you didn't play it.
I played it. I passed it.
But
I own it.
But that's not what makes the game. The overall complete picture of online and single player is a masterpiece. That's why it's so great.
Oh, okay. Is that it? Is that what makes it a masterpiece?
You obviously haven't played it, so I mean, when you play the different modes, when you play something like attrition's something that has never been done in a first-person shooter, where it's literally like you are in a war.
Excuse me.
It's not the 4-on-4, 6-on-6, 8-on-8.
I should have never brought this up.
Well, you shouldn't say it's such a blasphemous statement.
I didn't say a blasphemous statement.
Yeah,
it's
it is
the truth. It didn't sell. That's it.
There's a lot of games that are masterpieces that don't sell.
Like Division, which was also a letdown.
The creator came out and has recently said that the Division that's out today now was the game that they originally envisioned.
Yes.
But because Ubisoft rushed it, it wasn't what it is. Dude, I picked up the Division the other night. The Division's a lot of fun now. It's got a bunch of new little quirks to it. It's got this cryptic thing where you can unlock different outfits, different skins on top of everything else. Gear levels a lot better, a lot faster than it did. It's not so burdensome. You can actually it actually scales now. The game plays extremely well from when it first came out. That game was flaming hot garbage.
I like it. No, I like it though. I played it. I still play it.
So you can't sit there and say that going back.
What was it? A 2015 title? It was a 2015 title.
Possibly. I'd be lying to you if I told you what it was or what it wasn't.
We're still getting updates. That's awesome.
And so is Titanfall.
So, what are we talking about? I don't see much fucking news.
Well, we're talking about a little bit of everything.
Everything. Tell them what you're doing while we're doing the podcast.
Right now, while I'm doing the podcast, I'm playing Injustice, but I'm not playing Injustice.
It's called cheating.
It's not called cheating. So what Injustice has done is you can take your characters, make an AI version of them.
You better look into the mic. Just push X and look into the mic, sir.
Well, I have to restart them. I had to restart it. I had to reload it up. Your character finished.
Awesome. Okay, now explain because you're looking away from the mic, sir.
So you're fighting. You're not fighting the AI. The computer's fighting using your characters, using your gear, and you can level up the characters that way. It's perfect for characters that you hate. Now, if you want to go and you want to level up your Batman, because Batman's your favorite character, and you want to get him to level 20 real quick, that's on you. I mean, I don't get why you would level your favorite characters. I'm leveling the characters that I don't use.
It is, especially characters you absolutely hate. Just let him play by himself and you bring it up.
You still get the gear. You still unlock things. And if you're trying to get past something that's extremely hard, because this game is created to not only for the casual gamer, not only for the people who like fighting games. When you see how difficult hard can be, this is for people to practice who compete. I mean, when you're watching how good the AI can be and how just unstoppable they are versus your characters. Yeah, no, it's definitely
unrealistic, but whatever.
No, dude,
I don't mind.
That's what people who compete do.
I've been playing Injustice though, and it's absolutely really good, really good. And what gets me motivated is the trying to get the more gear. I fucking love that. And there's loot boxes, but you don't have to do the loot boxes. Just play. That's all you got to do.
And you unlock it.
That's it.
Shit. What else?
I'm going through the news here. I don't see shit.
One of the fun things that came out that I found out about going back to last week, the Catherine the full body Catherine. One of the things that they said that is where they want to go with it. They want it to be part of competitive gaming, which is interesting. It has a multiplayer aspect. I played it. I liked it, but you have to play it. Back on the PlayStation 3, they didn't have the online functionality. You had to play with the person on the couch. And I played it several times, and it's fun. It really is fun, but they're trying to get it into this competitive outlet, which
was it 2-player?
There's a 2-player mode.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's fun. You have to work together to try to build a score.
I swear to God, I think that special edition of that game came with panties. I'm almost 100% sure. I'm looking at that shit right now.
So let's talk about something that pissed me off last night real quick. What? Did you get my text message? Did you see my text message last night about
the Destiny?
Yeah. How dare you say the fucking name and the
whatever? They need to know what it is.
No, we're not plugging.
We're not going to see Activision. They're going to think it's World War.
So, anyways,
yeah.
I turned on my PlayStation last night, and somehow, some way, Sony and Activision thought it'd be a good idea to advertise on my fucking home screen that I should buy Destiny. Fuck you, Sony. I love you. How dare you put that on my system? Like, I turned it on and I went to my game and it was right there, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I was screaming to high heaven. Hell, I even tweeted out to Sony. I tweeted to Sony this morning, get this shit off my fucking PlayStation. I don't want it.
So it just gives you as an advertisement?
Yeah, on my home screen. It shouldn't be on my home screen. Should not be on my home screen. I should not turn on my PlayStation and see that fucking abomination on my screen.
What's going on? When did they start doing shit like that?
I don't know, but that pissed me off.
I don't think only Xbox did that.
Pissed me off.
Really?
I was livid.
Well, that's the new way. That's it. The greater companies are the ones who are going to start doing that shit. Activision has the money.
But
they got the fucking money, bro. They don't care.
But shouldn't it be more algorithm based?
Yeah, it should.
And based off the games that I play, Destiny is not one of those fucking games.
Of them. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Based off of the games I play, Destiny should not be coming up on my fucking list. Fuck you.
Did you ever play the original?
I played the first one.
For the PlayStation 3? Yeah. No, it was
no.
PlayStation 4.
I rented it for the 4.
Why would it? It's so weird that it's doing that.
Straight trash. Straight hot garbage. The game is hot garbage. Flaming hot garbage.
That is unusual, though.
And then you want to talk about how
how what?
You want to talk about how masterpieces are predicated on sales. You do know that game was the number 2 or 3 selling game of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it sells and then nobody plays it again.
But that's my point. Eat a dick. Like, you can't predicate numbers on. You can't predicate numbers on something like that, man. You can't.
You're right. I agree 100%. But it's there, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, no, you can delete it. I figured out how to delete it.
What do you mean?
You can delete that advertisement.
Damn.
Yeah,
so
but
they really got into your system if you have the power to delete it.
Yeah, I was pissed, man.
That's fucked up.
So, 2018, right?
Yeah.
It's looking good. However.
What do we got?
However, if you're an Xbox fan, because you got
absolutely nothing.
So, according to this list, right, that I'm looking here on GameSpot.com, you have 100, the 2018 Xbox One games to play in 2018.
Okay.
Starts off with Dragon Ball Z, which is on both systems. Kingdom Hearts 3 on both systems. Metal Gear Survive on both systems. Owlboy, the first exclusive. So
what?
So we have 1 out of 26.
What is it?
The top.
No, what is that called? What game did you just say?
Owlboy.
Owlboy? What the fuck?
So that's one. That's one.
What are you even advertising?
That's 1 out of 26. Darksiders 3. Shock System Remastered. Vampire. Far Cry 5. Code Vein.
In other words, sir, your point
Crackdown 3. Oh, you got 2 exclusives. I'm at game 11 and you have 2 exclusives.
Crackdown 2 sucked, so what's the
Sea
point?
of 3, Sea of Thieves, so we're at 3. Ace Combat 7.
Ace Combat is an Xbox exclusive?
No, that's... So we're at 3 and we're in double digits. Jurassic World. Okay. Indivisible.
These are the games for 2018.
Anthem. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Which one's Anthem? The one with the robots?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It looks like it's going to be awesome at least.
Okay.
Metro.
Play it on your most powerful system.
Skull and Bones. Monster Hunter World,
Okay.
Destiny Warriors 9,
Not that I'm trying to
A
protect.
Way Out,
Not that I'm
State of
trying-
Decay. So you have 4 exclusives.
Okay, not that I'm trying to protect the Xbox.
Pit People,
Okay.
Red Dead
but-
Redemption 2, and The Crew. So out of a list of 26 games to look forward to, you have 4 that are exclusive to you. Meanwhile, Sony has 37
Exclusives?
games. No, 37 games that are coming out. Well,
How many
their
exclusives?
list is at 37. 1, 2.
What do you got?
I'm at 2.
What do you got?
Oh,
God
no.
of War.
No, ready? Owlboy's coming on PlayStation 3 as well.
I mean, Frank, if you,
Four,
if people
5.
have, okay, listen.
6,
If
7,
somebody has both systems,
8,
they're gonna pick
9,
Jesus Christ.
10, 11, 12, 13,
Okay, Count Dracula.
14.
We're just randomly saying numbers now.
Do you want to know the exclusives?
Okay, well,
15, 16. They have 16 exclusives coming out next
16
year
exclusives.
versus 3 because
Versus
Owlboy is coming out on PlayStation 4.
But if you have both systems, which I'm sure there's plenty of gamers that have both systems,
Yes.
and Red Dead Revolver is why do I always say Red Dead Revolver? Red Dead Redemption Part 3. What do you think people are going to buy it?
PS4. Why?
They have both systems. Where do you think they're going to buy it? They're going to buy it in the Xbox.
Why
Or are they
would-
going to buy it for the PS4? They have the most powerful system. They do. It is the most powerful system.
You mean 30 frames per second with
That is
PUBG?
PUBG is just ridiculous. I'm sorry. They do the same shit on PC. They should be ashamed. But you know what you know what is this?
I'm listening.
Going back to PUBG, the sad thing about PUBG is that it's fun. You know, it's like you got this piece of shit looking fucking game, and then once you're done playing, it's in your mind. That's the problem with PUBG. You finish playing, you're like, man, I can't believe I was number 14 or I was number 10. So the game is fun, but fuck, man, fix that fucking shit and bring it to PS4. I feel that they need that piece of shit there too.
It's coming.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it won't.
No, they got a timed exclusive. You didn't
Bro.
read that? Google it. Google it. It's a timed exclusive. Xbox has to keep forking over money to keep that thing exclusive.
And you don't think they will? They will.
I mean, they can.
They got more money than Sony.
And that's fine. You can keep doing it. And Sony would just sit back and bide its time. It's not going to... You're going to tell me that PUBG at 30 frames per second
Do you
is
think
pushing units? Is it pushing units? That's my question.
It'll be 30 frames on PS4 also, bro. These people suck. Blue
No,
sucks.
no, I'm not questioning whether it will be better on PlayStation. I'm just saying, will it?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Eventually, Microsoft is gonna go like, "Why are we paying for this again? If they can't get that shit together, yeah,
Right, that's-
go ahead and give it to the PS4."
Yeah. Sit back. I mean, we have 13 other games that are solely on PlayStation. I just looked at the list.
And God of War,
Spider-Man.
You know, I was playing today GTA 5.
Yeah.
I can't believe I was playing GTA 5. I was playing it and I was like, this is actually a fun game. And it came out 4 years ago.
Were you
Shit.
playing online or you just...
No. I never finished the story of that fucking game. Never finished it.
It has
you know
multiple,
what it is? I can't.
It has multiple endings.
And people are going to be upset, but I can't stand Trevor. I hate Trevor.
Oh, yeah. No, Trevor pisses me off.
It's Trevor, right?
Trevor, the guy with the hair.
I hate him. He's so annoying.
Yeah. He's the reason for the downfall. I mean, but at times Trevor's funny. He can be funny.
He's funny, but it's like a little bit too much, you know?
He is. No, I got you.
Like just the first 5 minutes introducing that character, I was like,
My character, I always liked the character of Franklin.
Franklin was cool. Franklin was cool.
and-
And so, you know why? Because Franklin reminds me a lot of the guy from San Andreas, CJ. And then...
I hated his friend.
What the fuck is his name? The Italian?
Michael.
Michael reminds me a lot of the guy from Vice City.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. Oh, Vice City was Ray Liotta. Man, I wish they brought him back.
No, I mean...
Was that character in any other Grand Theft Auto?
No.
So his character didn't transfer over?
No, because his character was in the 80s.
So what are you saying? That he couldn't survive another 30 years?
I mean,
Let's
he
assume
could.
he was a middle-aged man in the 80s, so he was probably 45 in Vice City,
So it'd be 65, 70.
70 years old, and it's Ray Liotta doing the voice.
I mean, that'd
my
be pretty
God,
sweet.
That would be awesome. But they haven't gone to Vice City. They
No.
should go back to Vice City.
Well, I told you one of the older podcasts is the creator wants the world. He wants a
yeah,
US.
but that's fucking crazy.
That's not
What-
crazy because look, if you do it like this, if you do it smart, right? You do it smart where you make it and it's just called Grand Theft Auto. You don't attach a number to it. You do it like a World of Warcraft. You do it like
Yeah.
what else is a huge game that's continued to just grow? I'm thinking PC right now. There's another one where it was an
Final Fantasy keeps growing too.
yeah, Final Fantasy 14 where
That fucker's still growing.
but that's you so the next one, say you do Liberty City again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, or you make a new town, whatever, and then from there the next expansion, and you charge 2010. Like you've come to realize that you make your money off your microtransactions. So you have a $60 base product game of New York, of the Liberty City, right? Or hell, of the Vice City, and then for $10.
That's not a beer.
Oh, nice.
I didn't even shake it. What the fuck?
For $10-15 you get San Andreas, which you technically already have the entire level made already for San Andreas, right? Mm-hmm. And that's just a DLC. Then from there,
You're asking a lot, bro.
I'm not asking a lot. I don't think it's a lot.
Do you know how long it takes to make games? What do you think we get a Grand Theft Auto every 4 years?
But
Does that
once
sound about right?
But once again, if you already have the map base already finished, why reinvent the wheel?
I don't think they would use the same graphics.
No, but you use the same base. If it's anything
They
like,
would have to build from ground up.
would they?
Of course, they did it for the Grand Theft Auto 5. They use different. You're adding more details. I mean, it would be unacceptable. I'm pretty sure it would be unacceptable for a lot of people if you got Grand Theft Auto 6 and it looks a lot like Grand Theft Auto 5.
Why?
Because that's how people are. They
Yeah.
want better graphics. They want.
This coming from
Wasn't there a game that just came out that got lectured because it still looked the same as it? Oh man, what game was it? They said, "Oh, it still looks the same." Fuck, I can't remember what game it was. Fuck, it just came out and they're like, "This is unacceptable." Oh yeah, it was Destiny. Of course. What did I think of it? It was Destiny. It was the same shit. What is there different in part 2? Nothing.
But once again, if you go and you,
But that was what one of the heavily criticisms of the game was.
well, because
it still look the same. People, when they get a new game, they want to see that fucking technology jump. They want to see it.
you're right.
They want to see it, especially when it jumps to a new system.
You're right. But this is, I mean, Grand Theft Auto was originally released on the PlayStation 3,
Yeah,
and it's just an upgrade. It's just an upgrade of the PS3.
There is a difference, though.
It's slight, but not major.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think the game can handle more.
Oh.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, they just, but that's where I'm going with.
But I mean, the distance, the time distance was not that much, Frank. It was what?
But if
PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4?
But if what you're talking about is making the game, and you're talking about ultimately, why would you recreate it from the ground up when you can just go in and fine tune the details? Why would
WoW. You're talking about WoW.
But
It's exactly what you're referring to. WoW.
right, what's wrong with that?
I think people want a new game, bro. They want a new fucking new fucking game, man.
I want you to.
You're
but
paying fucking $10 a month.
no, you're not paying any money. What are you talking about?
WoW.
No, I'm talking about Grand Theft Auto.
I'm saying-
you're comparing Grand Theft.
Yeah,
Wait,
I know
wait,
what you're saying.
wait.
I know. Let's go back to that. If you get Grand Theft Auto 6
Uh-huh.
and it looks the same,
No, I'm not saying that it looks the same. I'm saying you take what you already have and make it look better. I don't think you have to reinvent the wheel. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you have to. I mean, there's things that have to be changed. Frank,
no, they don't, because look
Frank,
at the mod.
it comes to the game. You have to change the models. You have to change everything has to be more detailed. It's not something you do overnight like that.
But what about the modding community? What about the modding community that has modded the game and has made it more beautiful already? What about the modding community that has made it and made a render at a faster frame rate? And these are people who've done it in a year with the base model. What's so hard? You're talking about something that obviously I'm not understanding, because I showed you a video of Grand Theft Auto 4 that looks better than games that are out today.
I don't. If the modding is you've never played with a mod. It looks beautiful and shit, but it comes with all kinds of fucked up shit. I'm telling you.
Right, but you're okay. So that's once again, that's the modding community. What's so hard about taking something that's already created and slapping a fresh coat of paint on it? You're not explaining it to me. You're not breaking it down.
Because that's not what they're gonna do. They're gonna do it from ground up. That's
why.
Exactly, that's like, okay, they should have just God of War. They could have just slapped a new thing, and people would have accepted it for God of War 4. I don't think so. They want him to look better.
Well, God of War 4 is also playing completely different.
I don't know. I mean, I see what you're saying, but it's you're saying it like you have no idea how hard it is. It is very hard to.
I'm not saying that it's the easiest thing, but I also don't see how it's so hard, and I also don't see, based off of the sales, based off the number of people. I mean, I showed you, for fuck's sake, it was the number 7 selling game.
Plus, the other thing is that people would still bitch about it if it's like, oh, it's the same game, just looks a little bit better. I don't know. People want different. That's what I'm telling you. People want different.
There's nothing as of right now with what Grand Theft Auto 5 has done. There's nothing that validates your argument right now.
People are buying Grand Theft Auto 5 and accepting it because it's an old game. I'm telling you how people and gamers are. The moment that a new game comes out with the same title, they want it to be different, better,
right?
Outperforms, better frame rate, better graphics, better everything. And just putting a little bit of fresh paint and whatever, because the mods look good, but it's still the same game. No matter what you say, it is still the same fucking game. And it's okay because everybody says Grand Theft Auto 5, it came out 5 years ago and it looks really good with this mod. But when you hear Grand Theft Auto 6, people want better. They don't want to say, oh, it's the same game, it just looks a little bit better. No, that's not how gamers are. That's like if you bought a fucking car that's 5 years old and then you buy a brand new car and it's the same fucking car, they just change maybe 2 things inside. You wouldn't bitch? If it's the same car, you got a fucking 2007 car and you just bought the same, let's just say Corolla. Now you got a 2017 and it's the same fucking car.
Well, now you're talking 10 years.
Well, it's 5-6 years, Frank. It's been 5 years already for Grand Theft Auto 5. 4. They're not going to come out with another one for another 2 years. People want to see the advancement. They do.
Oh, well, yes. I'm not.
And slapping a fresh paint, they're going to have to do it from the beginning. Trust me. They just have to do it from the ground up. They're not going to take the risk that people are going to go like, and especially with Rockstar, they outbeat themselves every fucking game.
Once again, I'm asking why. This is why can't you take the framework?
They could probably do it, Frank, but that's not what people want.
You're not are you listening to what I'm saying or no?
Yes, go ahead.
Because the frame, if I understand anything about the way in which video games are created, they're created off of a wireframe layout, and then there are layers cast on top of them to give them the unique look. Am I right? It's like you skin it. It's like you skin it. But the framework, the physical frame layout, right?
Okay.
Why would you redo that? Why would you recreate that? Why? Like, this is where I'm saying, why isn't there? Because I mean, I've worked with Photoshop before, and I'm basing this off of the way in which Photoshop works. You start off with one thing, and then you layer it, and then once you layered it, you compressed it, right? So you have one base item, right? You following? Yes or no?
Yeah.
that original first layer, the wire framework, why wouldn't you take that and save that as its own entity before you started layering it? Does that make sense? Do you see what I'm saying?
You're talking about textures on top of the same fucking building.
Right.
But then it wouldn't be something new. It would be the old one with a new texture.
Right. But isn't that...
The texture is not what makes the graphics good. The texture is just one little thing out of a million things you have to do with a model. You start off the model, then you add the details to the model. Not everything is one fucking texture. When you have a fucking door, it's the door, the doorknob, and then the door edges.
Right.
You're talking about it's just a fucking door and they put the texture there and it looks like it's real. No, I've seen Grand Theft Auto. They put a lot of detail, specific models.
Right. But the thing is the door, because the door is a 3-dimensional entity. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a 3-dimensional frame. There's a skeleton frame before you lay the texture.
Yes.
Why
would they use that? Because they can put more detail into that same model. It's called a model, not a framework. You can add more. What's the word? Oh my God! It's the polygons, I think it is.
Okay.
If you do a video game from the PlayStation 3, it had less polygons.
Right.
So it wasn't a full circle. The texture is what made it look more circle.
Right. I know that.
Then they have to. Now you have more power. So you could actually add more polygons into that circle to make it more round. So now the texture won't be as important because it already has that round effect.
Okay, now
so every time they do that, they have to remake it again because they can add more to it. For example, Metal Gear Solid from 3 to 4.
Okay.
4. No, from 4 to 5.
Right. But once again, I'm going off now you're going off Metal Gear Solid, right?
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid is heavily created. It's more focused on the physical characteristics of the character. Snake, Ocelot, what have you, right? Grand Theft Auto 5 Grand Theft Autos are more about the landscape.
Yeah.
Do you see where my argument lies?
Yes, but like I said, they're not going to do that. They're going to start from the beginning. They're not going to use the framework. They're going to put a different building. If it's like a city, maybe they tore that building down. Maybe it's something changed different. Maybe they'll change it. I mean, you're talking about shortcuts for Grand Theft Auto 6, and I don't think they're going to do it like that. But yes, technically they could use the entire building again and add a couple of more details up in there and keep the same game and look better.
Well, but
they want that.
But the overall idea is not, because I think you're thinking too current. This is my argument, and listen to the argument, because the argument here is that they want to create a Grand Theft Auto country. They want to create a Grand Theft Auto world. They just don't want it to be to one specific city. So if you're going for this grand scale,
then yes.
Why would do you see why?
I see that they would have to do it. Obviously, yes, they would have to do it like that. Keep the same thing they do with WoW. The same thing that you would have to keep the same building, add a fresh texture into it to make it look more, and then add a couple of more polygons into the small, like they did with the last update.
That's where I'm going with that.
Yeah,
I see your argument. I understand your argument, but the basis was to make the world, and to make it the world. If you go your route, that thing's not coming out for another 10 years.
Probably.
Yeah. 10 years. That's what we would be waiting for. 10 years to get that fucking game. Jesus Christ. It'd be beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I mean, have you seen the videos for Red Dead Redemption?
Yes. It looks amazing.
God, 2018 starts off amazing.
Yes, it's gonna be pretty awesome.
So, speaking of 2018, starting off, we have Red Dead. We have Red Dead. We have God of War. Prediction that Days Gone is coming out. We have
May's gonna be so busy.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's summer?
I think so. I think it's summer.
I feel like it's something in the back of my head tells me Spider-Man's gonna be a big disappointment.
Why?
This is not the first time Insomniac has let us down. Look at that first game they did. What the fuck was it? The one with the aliens attack.
Overwatch Drive?
No,
Overdrive.
No. What the fuck was it? The one with the aliens. Resistance.
Resistance 2 was awesome.
No, 3 was horrible. I don't
3
know.
was bad.
I don't
Resistance
know.
2
I mean,
is-
I hope they do a good job. I'm not saying that. I just have a feeling. God, there hasn't been a good Spider-Man since Spider-Man from PlayStation. Remember that Spider-Man?
Yeah,
That was a good Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I mean,
I don't know. I want it to be good. I'm not saying it's not going to be good. I have a bad feeling that I'm going to get that fucking game. It's going to be a disappointment. I don't know. Like the game that I recently played it was everybody's big disappointment. I got The Last Guardian for Christmas. And it's actually really good. But man, that camera. Fuck. And that game took 6 years?
game took a long time because it was supposed to be PS3.
But I understand the amount of detail they have to put into that. The fucking dog or Trico, man, is so lifelike. It's like an organism by himself. I understand why programming must have taken forever to do that shit. The fucking dog is... Frank, you got to play this game. But the graphics are also unbelievable. I want to play it on the PlayStation Pro. Anyway, going back to 2018. That's just one of my feelings. I know God of War is not going to disappoint.
No.
It's not going to disappoint. Red Dead Redemption 2 is not going to disappoint. But there are Spider-Man, I have a feeling. And then there's... What's the name of that one that we talked about with the robots? The robot suits. The one that's coming for Xbox also.
Oh, one's coming for...
The one that's coming for Xbox. The one with the robot suits. You get in the suits and you fly around.
Anthem.
I got a feeling Anthem is going to be also a disappointment. Remember, don't always trust those fucking E3 trailers and shit.
Well, I mean, we still don't know a lot about Anthem.
Well,
it's made by BioWare. And BioWare...
I know. Mass Effect. Andromeda.
Yeah, I mean...
Amazing.
You go ahead. I mean...
That wasn't a huge letdown at all.
I'm willing to look at a company's body of work before I look at one game.
Okay. Name me another. Other than Mass Effect 2, name me more.
Jade Empire.
That was one of their first.
And it was amazing.
Jade Empire, Mass Effect 1, and Mass Effect 2. Name something after that.
Knights of the Old Republic.
After Mass Effect 2. Knights of the Old Republic was way before Mass Effect 2.
Well, and then they did Mass Effect 3, and then
Which sucked.
And then they did Andromeda.
Which sucked.
Well, I mean, I heard...
The path they're heading is it's called huge disappointment path.
Andromeda... I mean, not Andromeda. Mass Effect 3, it wasn't bad. It was just the ending was a letdown. That was the biggest aspect. The game itself...
2 was...
Don't get me wrong. I never played Mass Effect 3. I never played it.
They try to make this trilogy so much like a movie that they even did what movies do. The sequel's always good, and then the one that comes after the sequel always sucks.
Right.
Because it was just terrible.
No.
And then they changed the whole ending, which I never saw the...
No, I never...
The bad ending. I never saw it, so I don't know.
But it was just like Xbox different colors.
Yeah. But Andromeda had potential, man. It was such a beautiful game until they talked.
Yeah, but that was... And we go back to it. Graphics don't make a good game, man. Graphics don't... graphics are nice.
That was so bad. The faces were...
Graphics are nice, but if your story or your content isn't good, your game's not going to be good.
But I mean, it wasn't the story. The story wasn't that bad. It wasn't as interesting, but the graphics are important because the moment that the person buys the game and puts it and it's a huge fucking disastrous mess that looks ugly, nothing can save it. Nothing can save it.
No,
and the
I
problem
disagree.
is that they gave that fucking game to people to review them or something, or to Twitch members. So now, do you understand what I'm saying? You got a piece of shit ugly looking game or something that looks terrible, and you give out this demo to the Twitch and people see it, they're not going to buy it. And that's what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody bought it because of that shit. And then, of course, the story wasn't bad. I thought it was better than 3. Not better than 2, but way better than 3.
Right.
And it also happens 600 years after Mass Effect 3.
But
So it is a different story.
What is it?
Yeah, go ahead. Graphics are not important.
No, because you look at
Don't say Assassin's Creed.
No, you look at dude. You look at Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is gorgeous, and the game was not great. Already here we go. You look at Zelda. Zelda's graphics weren't great,
They weren't great, and you're right.
and the game is better.
That is a good example.
I'm
surprised you said it, but yes, it's a very
no.
good
I mean,
example.
I could, but that's where I go with it. You don't need great graphics to make good games, and I'm tired of this.
You
argument.
don't need it, but
It helps.
If you're gonna tie down on the graphics, then your gameplay, everything else has to be good.
Yeah,
Everything else has to be
and that's where I mean,
fucking perfect.
We go back to Assassin's Creed, and Assassin's Creed. I mean, I found more faults with it because of how pretty it was. My God, this game's gorgeous, but why is this happening? Why is that happening? And don't get me wrong, the games that typically are your like game of the year, the games that people continuously talk about. No. I'm saying the games that you talk about that are game of the year because of graphics and everything, you know, whether it's a Hideo Kojima game, whether it's a game like Uncharted or The Last of Us, where graphically it's beautiful, but it also plays sharp. Those are rarities, man.
Yeah,
and
very.
you have to put the time into it. And that's something that you don't, I mean, there's a reason why Metal Gears came out once every like 3 years. Like they were a game that took a while. Shit, Metal Gear Solid 5 wasn't even done yet. And they forced him to release it. And he's like, this game's not done, but all right.
Yeah, no, I mean he makes sure every detail is perfect. I got to give it to Hideo. Every detail has to be fucking perfect. And I noticed that his style in movies, he normally likes movies that have that perfect detail.
Yeah, they had it's the little details.
The little details, you know. Shit, I gotta go see that fucking. I might go see it today.
Water. Yeah,
I'm gonna go see it today. Fuck that. I'm gonna go see it. So hopefully it's not packed. Everybody's using their gift cards and stuff.
No, it's the second day after Christmas. It's not going to be packed, and it's a Wednesday. No one's going to be there.
I hope not.
All
right. So 2018. What else?
There's so much, and
there's like no fucking news, guys. And so I'm looking around here as I'm talking. Frank is playing at the same time. Well, he's not playing. He's just pushing X. But there is really no news at all. Nothing. And it's normal. It's the end of the year. So
end of the year,
we're gonna do our top 5 because top 10 is too much, and we'll criticize each other. Which probably Frank will do that way more than me. And with further ado, I'm gonna let Frank says his first.
You want me to do all mine first?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna criticize you. I'm not going to do that. But you, on the other hand, you're going to be like,
well, it's because
you're so fucking stupid. Kill yourself.
Well, yeah, because it's
murder yourself.
Because Zelda's going to be number 2 and Mario's going to be number 1.
But I'm going to surprise you, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm going to surprise you.
All right. So, without further ado, number 5 on my list. I didn't beat it.
Terrible.
I'm still, I'd say I'm about 20 hours in, give or take, 15, 20 hours in.
Number 5.
Number 5. It's enjoyable. I've been playing so many other things, and I haven't gotten the time to really buckle down to get into it. Is Horizon Zero Dawn? That's my number 5.
Okay.
I like it. It has a lot of potential. I'm curious to see where the story's going.
Did you finish it?
No, you don't even listen to me when I talk.
No, I'm looking at my list to see if I had that one in there, but no.
So Horizon is number 5.
Horizon was really good when you're playing, but those conversations were not.
No,
they look like wax figures.
No, yeah.
You think the story was good?
It's interesting.
I mean, I haven't gotten far enough to know.
No, it's interesting, but
how far did you make it?
I just did the ritual, and the guy went into solitude, because he wasn't supposed to help me. But
what? Your trainer?
Yeah.
Holy shit! You're like in the 1% of the game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I've been doing all the side quests.
Because you rent that shit.
No, I got it for Black Friday, but no, I rented it. So.
Okay. All right. So what's your number 4?
Cuphead.
I did not expect that shit.
Cuphead was awesome. Cuphead's really good. It's
I was not expecting that from Frank.
It plays really well.
And he played it only once.
It plays really well.
You know that's coming out for PS4 eventually. No
I don't think so.
I think it will.
But it's It played really well. It was really difficult. I've been watching people play online. I watch the videos and I keep hearing reviews. And every time I think about it, I think about how great and how challenging a game. And that's where I enjoy video games. It's a lot of games nowadays are really, really easy. And Cuphead was a challenge. And I really like that.
Like Mega Man.
Number 3, Resident Evil 7.
Dun, dun, dun.
So beautiful, so good. I'm enjoying it. I've yet to beat it. I'm still playing it. The reason why I really can't play it is my girlfriend loves watching me play it. She loves the story behind it. She thinks it's incredible. So I haven't beaten it yet.
So she actually watches you play?
Oh yeah, she. I technically can't play it unless she's watching me play.
I played like when I was playing first. So when the girl comes out with a knife and tries to kill you in the beginning, Kayla was watching that. My daughter, and she was like, her mouth was like, what? I was like, you shouldn't be watching this.
Number 2, talk about games with graphics that aren't great. Then the game's great. Neo. Love Neo.
I can't put Neo in my top 10.
You couldn't put it in your top 10.
No.
It's because you suck.
No, it's not going to suck. It's
because you suck. Did you ever beat that first boss?
No.
That's why.
I mean, if I have to do it over and 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 over just to get more gear and shit, it takes the fun away from it. That's me. My opinion. I understand if I could go there and I learned to dodge it and shit and you'll be fine. But no, the game forces you to play from the beginning, kill all the monsters again to force you to upgrade your gear so then you can fight the monster. So it doesn't matter how good you are. One hit from your monster and you're dead.
No,
so
it's
you
the same
could
as
fucking play the game like ADD style and learn specifically where you're not going to hit, but that's not going to be. It's pretty impossible not to get hit, especially when the first monster is in a fucking boat. We're very, very confined, and there's no way to dodge.
Yeah, there is
all the gear. No,
you're
gonna get hit. So you played it and you didn't get hit once?
No, I got hit. You get hit.
Yeah, you get hit. So you have to play and kill monsters from the beginning in order to get better gear. So when you get hit, you don't get killed fast. That to me is a.
You also can't. If that's your argument, you also can't play Bloodborne. You can't play Dark Souls.
And I won't because of that. Because if we're gonna talk about something like Cupheads or Mega Man, where you can get to the final boss, and if he kills you, you have to start from the beginning. But eventually, if you learn, you can do it. You can survive.
Yeah, you can.
But you can't do that with. You can't. You need to gear up. Make your character stronger. No, you can't do that shit.
Yeah, you can.
One hit and you die. That's it.
If you learn how to, based off what you're saying, you have to dodge, and if you dodge every time,
yeah. Okay. Well, I want to see somebody beat it with
basic gear.
Basic gear.
YouTube that shit.
Yeah, and there's probably an ADD kid or somebody who's never gotten laid in their life. Hey. But unfortunately, I have a fucking life. And that's my opinion. I'm not saying it was a bad game. I just think that it's just it felt too repetitive to me.
He can't deal with the challenge.
No, I don't like repetitive games. That's it. I understand if you die once, die twice, but if you're gonna die 100 times,
but that's what
it takes away from the fun.
That's what all those games are based on, man.
Based on what? The original games that you used to kill like that, you didn't have to gear up or whatever, and it was more, if you died, it wasn't as ruthless as these games.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
What name one game that was like that? Name one.
Ghouls and Ghosts.
Ghouls and Ghosts. Ghouls and Ghosts does not count. Ghouls and Ghosts was
Castlevania.
Castlevania, you can pass that game easily.
Okay.
Those were easy. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Anyway,
I love how you say this, and I
don't think Castlevania. I played Castlevania. I passed Castlevania, and I passed Ghouls and Ghosts.
Are you talking?
Ghouls and Ghosts? No way.
Well, wait. No. Are you talking?
Ghouls and Ghosts.
Wait.
Who has passed Ghouls and Ghosts? Have you passed Ghouls and Ghosts?
Are you talking Symphony of the Night? Or are you talking like the old Nintendo?
The old Nintendo.
And then Ninja Gaiden, and dude, those games are.
I passed Ninja Gaiden, and I remember Strider too was hard, and you can pass Strider too.
Yeah, but those games.
Man, I miss Strider.
Those games are hard.
They're hard, yes, but I don't know.
A bump. Are you ready for it? But are you ready for the end all be all, the game of the year?
What is your game of the year?
Injustice 2.
You really put Injustice, a fighting game?
Yeah.
Wow.
Injustice 2, I've
Wow.
since I've bought it on Black Friday. It's been a month since it's been over a month since I've owned this game. And I'm still playing it.
Has it been a month?
For me, it has.
No, we both got it at the same time.
Well, but I didn't give you your copy till later.
Oh. 2 days later, 3.
But I mean, I'm still playing it, and that's my point. Like,
It was like a week later. Yes, Friday to Friday.
I'm still playing it though. I'm still playing it. And I'm still enjoying it. That's my point. And that's without me.
I had to agree with you on Injustice. This is really good. I don't,
Injustice 2 is.
And if I had the top 10, I would have put Injustice in there.
No, but Injustice 2, that is my game of the year. And I'm basing it off of everything. I'm basing it off of control, looks.
You're gonna be surprised with my number 3. Even then, you listeners are gonna be surprised with my number 3.
So, but that's
I agree. Injustice is fun.
It's fun.
It's so fun that he's playing while he's doing the podcast.
Yeah.
What level is the?
I can't see. It's too small.
We're playing about 30 feet away.
So go ahead.
Number 5 for me, Hellblade.
Okay. Oh, that's a game I want to get. It's something I just don't have the time right now.
I think artistically this game is a masterpiece. Not only is it great and beautiful, it plays well. Yes, I would have liked more fighting mechanics on the game, but that is nothing when it comes to the story. I thought the story was interesting. The fact that psychosis is part of the story, and it makes you wonder if what's going on is real or it's part of her psychosis. Which for $30, guys, if you get a chance, $30 for this game, get it, man. It is really good. If you can get it cheaper.
Here's my question: is it a one playthrough game, or is it?
It's a one playthrough game.
Okay.
That's it. I mean,
how many hours did you get out of it?
I think I got 4 hours and I was done.
Oh wow!
It's a really short game. It's really short. It's a lot of puzzles are kind of repetitive, but it's about the story, about how it's where she got and stuff like that. It was very interesting. Number 4. Frank's criticized this one for me, but I'm gonna say it. It was Assassin's Creed. To me, Assassin's Creed was a great improvement from the last 2 for me. He says for 2 years it's a hot pile of shit, but it's not. There are some details that is not great, but to me, the lifespan of that game, the amount of stuff that you can do, I've been done with that game, and I still go back in there and play, and I still keep finding new shit, whether it's hallucinating in the desert or just watching the world around it is alive. To me, that is amazing. I haven't seen something like that, to me, not to Frank, like Grand Theft Auto, where if you just stand in a corner and you look, you could see a story on each character that you're watching around. Whether it's a guy fishing and all of a sudden a crocodile comes out of nowhere and attacks him because that's what he's doing in the Nile River, or whether, somebody steals something and the soldiers catch him and they run after them. Everything around that game was very lifelike to me. Maybe the graphics are way improved to me. And not only that, but the main character was amazing. He was interesting. The story was great. The ending was okay, but I can cancel that out with the fact that I can still go back in there and play. I haven't seen something like that also since another one of Frank's favorite, Witcher 3. Witcher 3 to me is also the game that you can go back and play and play and play. Game of the year, bitch, whether you like it or not. And it also beat Metal Gear. Ooh, how does that hurt? It hurts good when 95% of the video game industry agrees that Witcher 3 was
a lot of people. Well, and from there, a lot of people didn't give Metal Gear Solid 5 anything because they knew that.
What? Here we go. Justify that it didn't win. Go ahead.
They knew that it would go to Konami, not Hideo. They knew that.
Oh, stop. That's some fucking bullshit. Stop it. That's some bullshit you just invented right now.
Okay.
They didn't give it to him plain and simple because he didn't earn it. That's it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They did. I'm sorry. Witcher was better. Maybe to you it wasn't better, but everybody said it was better.
Okay.
Metal Gear Solid was that 5? Was Overwatch out there at the same time?
No, that was the year after.
The year after. So Metal Gear Solid 5 was the year before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying Metal Gear Solid 5 wasn't. Metal Gear Solid 5 had a good second place. And you know what they say about second place? It's the first fucking loser. I thought I liked it.
Yeah, I still see you playing Witcher 3 all the time.
What?
I played Metal Gear 5.
I'm sorry. Because I like to play other games and I don't stay there playing the game over and over and over.
Overwatch.
And over. For what?
Overwatch.
I can play Overwatch. I do play Overwatch.
Well, that you playing over and over.
But I'm
and
not
over.
gonna play Witcher. I play Witcher 3 fucking times from beginning to end. I think that's good enough. That's good enough. Plus the DLCs for Witcher 3 were unbelievable. What's the DLC for Metal Gear Solid again?
Oh, let's talk about a game that isn't finished.
It's not.
Let's talk about a game that's not finished. Then how do we expect to get DLC?
Well, it doesn't have it.
That's my point.
It doesn't matter.
So it's
They
a
could have
moot
done
point.
something. They're gonna do Ryzen, and Frank's gonna get it.
Oh God.
Anywho, why are we talking about Witcher? Anyway, number 3, PUBG. Why? Why did it pick number 3? Why, when it's such an ugly game and the controls are horrible and it's a total disastrous mess and it's just everything about it is so bad? Well, why do people do crack? Crack is bad for you. It's horrible. It'll ruin your life, right? People can't stop playing the fucking crack, huh? They can't stop using it. That's how PUBG is. To me, PUBG, it is it's such fun. I really wish that PUBG was available for PlayStation so I could play with Frank, because when you play that game with 4 or 5 people, it's even more fun. I like the aspect that you can play by yourself and you don't know when you're going to get killed. You could be fucking just walking down and a bullet comes out of nowhere. But that's what makes it so lifelike and so real, is that that's how it would be. There wouldn't be a warning. There wouldn't be some red paint on the TV screen that tells you you're being shot from one direction. There's been times where I've been shot and I have no idea where I got shot from. No idea, you know? And that's how it would be in real life. That's absolutely how it would be. You'd be shot and you don't know where it came from. And let's assume I survived that bullet. I'm fucking going in circles. Where am I going to go? I don't know where it came from. I could be walking towards my killer. I think that the game is really good. Would I give it the game of the year? Absolutely not. But because Bluehole is a piece of shit. Bluehole is an asshole. And they should be ashamed of what they're doing with that game. Such potential, and they're just letting it go to waste. Number 2, Breath of the Wild. Yep. I didn't put Odyssey. You said I was going to put Odyssey. Breath of the Wild is such a fucking masterpiece. I hate that Frank doesn't like it because
it's not good.
It is a really good game. You didn't play anything of it.
I did play.
You played like 2 minutes in a game that's over 80 hours long.
And it wasn't fun.
No. You didn't play anything. You didn't even get the better gear. You didn't even get to where the story gets good.
No, I didn't have to.
Well, that's your opinion. When 95% of the fucking gaming community, once again, disagrees with Frank. It won Game of the Year. Would I give it Game of the Year? Absolutely not. It's not my cup of tea to give it the Game of the Year. I'm always going to give the Game of the Year to my favorite genre, which would be a horror. Now, I had a couple of horror games to give it to, but I chose at the end the best action horror game, which would be Resident Evil 7. That, to me, is my number 1 game. Resident Evil 7. Not only did it win my heart, and it took all the nasty taste of Resident Evil 6 out of my fucking mouth. Because let me tell you, I was afraid that it was going to suck. And then the DLC came out, and the DLC was so fucking good that the DLC is so good for that game that it makes me want to play the story again one more time. Even though I wouldn't be surprised, I wouldn't be scared because I know where everything is. To me, Resident Evil 7 is the way to fix mistakes. Am I saying that right? This is the way to... They did it with Resident Evil 4. Remember?
Yeah.
Resident Evil was like, everybody was getting sour, and they just remade it, and they got everybody excited, and they did it again for Resident Evil 7. That's my top 5.
It was a great year.
Great year.
Next year is going to be better. And that's scary to say.
I know. What the fuck?
Next year's gonna be better.
You think so?
I know so. And I already said if The Last of Us 2 comes out next year, Jesus Christ.
Shit.
I don't even know what the fuck. Like, what is Sony gonna do the year after? Like, that's everything.
Last of Us is actually coming out next year?
That's what a lot of people were predicting. I'm not. I don't see it.
I see it.
I don't, and I don't think it should.
Okay. When did Last of Us 1 come out?
It doesn't matter. They just did
No, I'm calculating how they throw their games. Last of Us, and then
Uncharted 4.
But Uncharted 4 was actually right after that?
Yeah.
Or was Last of Us PS4 version?
Well, no, they did Last of Us, and then they did the remake, then they did Uncharted 4, and then they did.
So Uncharted came out literally the next year.
No, the following year. Uncharted 4 came out last year.
Damn, really?
Yeah, no, they took their time with Uncharted 4. And then this year they did The Lost Legacy.
Maybe.
So I don't think if I'm getting the game that I'm expecting to get, that's not coming out this year. It can't come out this year.
Last of Us release date. I'm trying to figure out what month was it. Do you remember?
Oh, May.
Ah, God. Fucking May 2019. I might be dead by then.
Oh, May 2019. That's not far.
That is far. What
No,
are you
it's
talking
not.
about? That's very far.
That's not far.
That's far.
And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be so fucking good. And let me just throw that ballot into game of the year right now, because that fucking game, Jesus Christ,
It's gonna be amazing.
And next year,
Did Last of Us win Game of the Year?
I think it won PlayStation 3 Game of the Year. I don't know.
What came out of that year?
I think the 4 came out at the end of the year. So I think Shadow of Mordor.
What?
I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Oh, I'll look it up and talk about it next time.
And that's
Damn, really? Last of Us was such a good game. Last of Us had everything I like about a game. Everything. From cool characters to zombies to...
ultra-violent, stealth,
Such a good game.
use your head.
And they actually put things in there that they did everything that I didn't like about Uncharted.
Like what?
Like, I don't like the goofy fucking character Indiana Jones type of shit. I enjoy it,
Oh,
but I liked that they took all that off.
Oh,
of
yeah,
Last of Us.
that-
Last of Us was nothing but
That's just the real.
you know, the first 10 minutes was just fucking depressing. The first 10 minutes of the game.
Oh, I love Joel. Joel's
Fuck, man.
so great, and you really see how great he is by the end of the
Well,
end of the game. End of the game, you really see how he was.
I like that Joel's character evolves from dad to
Bitter old man.
bitter old man
To
to
badass.
to being a dad again, and then showing that he's a badass. Because, I mean, that's what he was. He was like a father figure to her.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about that. Uncharted, they don't really evolve the characters. Though I feel that in Uncharted 4, they really did evolve Nathan. And the characters evolved a lot.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it also goes back to the idea. Nathan, I could see.
He was, I don't know. I felt he was more mature in 4.
No, but at the same time, I could see why. When you played Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, and then in part 4, you're just a scuba diver fucking cleaning up messes, and that's your life now.
And then his brother gets him involved. and
Right,
shit.
but even still, I could see him wanting that lifestyle, man. Wouldn't you?
I mean,
Wouldn't you?
yes, but
Like if that
but
was
you have to. But what I like about Nathan is that he has his priorities.
yeah, but yes,
He didn't want to do it. He wouldn't have done it if it was for the brother.
Ah,
He wouldn't have. He would have lived knowing that he wants to do it, but he didn't do it because he loves. What's his wife's name? Fuck,
Elena.
To me, that's actually cool.
No,
I thought that was to me what made his character more believable. And then he does this for his brother because his brother fucking lies to him. I think that it I don't know. And the other thing is his brother was more gun ho crazy in the whole game. Like, let's do this, and Nathan was more calm.
Right, but that's also because Nathan. That's also a wealth of experience on what Nathan's been through in 3 fucking video games versus his brother who's been locked in jail.
That's what I'm saying is that his character is more mature in part 4, and then it's even more mature when he has a. Oh, I can't say the last 10 minutes of the game. I can't.
Oh yeah, it's
because it's such a good.
it was such a great ending.
Such a good for. I feel sad that it's not going to be another Uncharted.
Well, I haven't beaten Lost Legacy yet. I got it for Black Friday. I love Lost Legacy.
I haven't played Lost Legacy at all.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I'll let you borrow it.
Can I play without the main game? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole new game. It's not DLC. It's a game.
It's a fucking $30 game. I don't know.
No,
know.
dude, I think that game was like 60 retail.
No.
You sure?
It was 40.
Okay.
It was definitely 40.
Oh, okay.
But that's fine. They knew what they were doing. They're not going to put $60. The game was short, right?
I don't know. I haven't beaten it yet.
I heard it's really compared to 4.
Yeah,
that's pretty short.
But it's beautiful. God, Naughty Dog knows how to make a good fucking game. Let me tell you.
They really do.
No, but
assholes.
But I love. I like the characters of Nadine and Chloe. They were great. I think I said that before in a past podcast.
Does Sony own Uncharted?
Yeah, that's
100%.
all Naughty Dog, baby.
Well, hopefully they don't piss him off and they all go in an exodus and they do some other fucking company, like Bungie or I'm trying to figure out another company that did the same shit. You know, because you could get them pissed off and they could leave.
Oh yeah, they could, but I mean it's
just
so. I mean, dude,
Sony, don't get them pissed. That's all I'm saying. Don't get them fucking pissed.
Don't piss them off like you did me last night. God, I was so fucking angry with that goddamn. I was livid.
I don't know why they would do that.
I don't know either. I was pissed, man. Fuck.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't take it to heart like that. I'd be like, what the fuck is this shit?
No, I did take it to heart. I tweeted them.
You tweeted them.
Hell yeah.
Did they answer back?
No, they didn't answer back.
They probably said, go fuck yourself.
Well, they probably did.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
Did you have a good Christmas?
Destiny 2, bitches.
Did you have a good Christmas?
It was a good Christmas. It was okay. Stuff for my PC. That's all. That's all I care is my PC.
Oh, yeah?
Then I got Last Guardian, which is actually good. I passed that fucking game and then traded in for $2.
I'll take it off your hands.
Oh, for $2? No.
For $5.
$5.
With that being said, it's been real. It's been fun. First
Yes.
year down, Evil Metal Gamers.
Yep. We hope that you guys have been enjoying this year with us. We love this a lot. We do it because we're passionate about games and we appreciate all the love. We love it when you guys email us.
When I get my tweets.
When Frank puts the tweets. You guys can probably tell the difference between his tweets and mine. We're both on the same Twitter, but you'll tell the difference. We appreciate it. We hope we have a good 2018 for everyone. Stay safe. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. And we will see you next year.
Ayo! Love, peace, happiness. Be well.